Set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. The 25, call it the 24-yard. From UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is a rough, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Well, they try to... Really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
On the ground, Kamara. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 14 carries, 81 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
From the 17, Kaiser rolling to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Off the play fake, Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Play fake, Kaiser. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. On play action. Kaiser. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go, baby.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division.
I gotta do that.
Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after going quickly out to Adams. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get.
Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. A give to Camaro running right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Running with Camaro. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Kaiser to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if there's a bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So here are the Saints to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now they'll bootleg it with Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Defense. That's how you say defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. His man, Valdez-Scantling. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now Jones.
Man, did you see this shit?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown.
I should just stay on if we're going to do that shit.
Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
Man, this nigga stopped. That's a big play, man.
But the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Let's go. Do it.
Deshaun Kaiser making his way out to the huddle. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Kaiser now. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And
bro, how did he catch him up, bro?
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Cool.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide. They want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. Jones has it. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, Kaiser. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now this throw caught left side and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Again, it's Kaiser. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync.
Bro.
Only way to play good defense.
Oh, my God, the controller.
Forward down to
That's so
about the
fucking
3-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints have retaken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Back in the end zone. Can he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So and now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start.
I can get back to run the ball.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the
thing, hit them with something else.
Looking for more there. Incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. 3rd and long for Kaiser. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a quick throw. That's complete on the hitch route. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. They juked him. Fights off the defender. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Again, it's Jones. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. DeShone Kizer making his way out to the huddle. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On second down, Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Kizer now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Kizer. Oh, Kizer can't get away, and he'll go down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now Kizer on 4th down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground.
I'm like, why am I even blocking? I mean, running right there.
As he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. On 2nd and 15 now. Kaiser. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think it's probably over.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And that will be incomplete.
Of course he tried.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Kaiser to throw for it on 4th. Wide open receiver complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
There is some bullshit.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw is Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers. On first down, Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
I think it's 3rd.
Now Rodgers throwing again. Got it open. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Got none of it.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown.
Why is this everybody base on? Why nobody right there?
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. They'll run it with Williams. And he takes it into the end zone across the jaw. Now there is a flag down. But I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling
I
over?
don't even know why they asked the sideline.
That's what
when you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that
Man, how did he not throw the ball?
He goes down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Y'all better catch the fucking ball.
From the gun, Kaiser. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
He's going to make a big play or he's going to drop it.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Kaiser to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Josh Jackson.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
He's got the hook up to Lazard. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's J.K. Scott now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here?
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after it.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker call on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. This is Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll go again to Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Like shit, bro. How did I lose to these dudes? They cheated, bro. Ooh.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd.
My season ends like, the season ends like
with the home team.
They cheated me, bro, for real.
This game, they knew that they needed some type of
miracle
there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done.
I'm
However,
jealous,
we were
fuck,
treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still.
Them niggas were sorry, bro. I don't see how they just got licked on.
Even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Green Bay, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Indianapolis next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm gonna watch JoJo, man. Give me the fuck off. Ain't got no takeaway. Shut their whole offense down. Really, we fucking low. Like, what the fuck, man? Bullshit, man.